Hello, my name is Antonio Melendez, and in this presentation I will demonstrate our application and discuss what I learned about Agile project management. First, I want to give an overview of our project. We created the popular Hangman game. In our prototype, in our Hangman game, we allow the users to select different difficulty levels: easy, medium, and hard. The game also includes a timer for the more challenging difficulty levels. The game keeps track of scores and high scores, provides hints, word categories, supports both single player and multiplayer game modes. We also added sound effects for winning and losing, a visual hangman display, and an endgame summary screen to provide the user with better experience. You can see here that in my portfolio, in my slides here, in sprint number 1, we focused on creating the low fidelity wireframe with all the game functionality and the basics. You can see here in the images how we focused on just creating the basics. In sprint number 2, we created the actual game. We added the difficulty levels, the time limits, we enhanced the visuals, as you can see, and improved on other things. In sprint number 3, we focused on word categories. We also focused on improving everything else and just making the game better, as you can see here in the images. Okay. If we go to sprint number 4, we focused on the hint system, which took a long time to make. We also focused on adding the high score and time limits, and of course, improving on everything else. You can see the before and after pictures. You can see, for example, an orange button here at the bottom for the hints, okay, and the high score in black here at the top. For the final sprint, number 5, we added multiplayer game mode, language preference, and the end game summary screen with results and scores. You can see in the images also the before and after image. Here you can see in green here the score, and you can see the summary screen with more detail. I have the actual game here running locally on my computer, so you can see it better. This is the easy, medium, and hard. You can see the timer change, the multiplayer. We have to add a word here manually. It keeps track of the score. For example, if I start playing the game, you can see the score is moving, and you can also see the incorrect guesses being tracked. Okay. You can hear the sound there showing that I lost the game. If I click on show hint, it will give you a hint. And if I scroll down a little bit, you're going to see the game over summary screen with all the details of the game. This was a pretty cool project. One thing that went really well during this project was the team's ability to build the application incrementally, step by step, little by little, rather than trying to create every feature at once. We followed the agile approach by developing the game in small steps. We started with something basic and we improved on it in every sprint. This worked well because each feature was tested individually before moving on to the next one. By focusing on small improvements, we reduced the risk of introducing major bugs and problems. We also made it easier to adapt to feedback. This approach can be applied to future projects because building software in smaller increments allows the team to respond to changing requirements and continuously improve the product. One recommendation that I have, though, is here in the multiplayer. Right now, the issue is that players have to share the same device to play the game. The impact is that players must be physically together in order to play. This reduces the overall reach and replay value of the game. A possible solution, in my opinion, could be that in a future version of the application, we could include online multiplayer functionality. We could get together as a team, and in the sprint planning session, we could come up with user stories and backlog items focusing specifically on the networking features and online gameplay. A principle from the Agile methodology that I learned during this project is the importance of delivering working software frequently, instead of waiting until the end of the project to create a complete application. Agile encourages teams to deliver small functional improvements throughout the project lifecycle. A good example of this in our project was the addition of the scoring system. We first developed a basic application that worked correctly. Later we added high scores and real-time score tracking, and finally an endgame summary screen. Every sprint, though, we produced a working version of the application that could be demonstrated and evaluated. So I learned a lot. In conclusion, the project helped me better understand the Agile project management and how everything works. Thank you for listening to me, and have a wonderful week.